The stage lights don't ask for permission. They expose everything. Every detail, every weakness, every ounce of truth etched into muscle. And when Nick Walker steps into that glare, there's no hiding, no polishing, no illusion. What stands there isn't just size. It's compressed brutality. A physique that doesn't look sculpted, it looks engineered under pressure. Like iron was melted, poured, and forced into human form. The reaction doesn't start with cheering. It starts with tension, a ripple through the crowd. Heads tilt, eyes narrow. Then comes that heavy silence, the kind that only appears when something undeniable is standing center stage. Not pretty, not graceful, just powerful in a way that feels almost confrontational. Nick Walker was never designed to fit the traditional blueprint. No fairy tale rise, no golden boy storyline, no whispers of genetic prodigy echoing through locker rooms. His journey didn't begin with applause, it began with resistance. Physical weight, mental weight, expectations stacked against him long before plates were stacked on a barbell. In the beginning, the gym wasn't glamorous. It wasn't cinematic. It was necessary. Every repetition carried purpose. Every set felt like a statement. He wasn't training to impress. He was training to solidify himself in a world that doesn't reward hesitation. While others chased aesthetics and approval, Nick chased density. He chased impact. He chased a presence so overwhelming it couldn't be ignored. This wasn't about looking good under lights. It was about becoming impossible to overlook when the lights hit. Before the lights ever found him, before the crowd ever spoke his name, before the bodybuilding world realized what was coming, there was only a young man and a decision that would change everything. Because the truth about greatness is brutal. It does not arrive with permission. It does not ask whether you are ready. It forces you to become ready. And the man who would one day shake the open class to its core, Nick Walker, did not begin as a myth. He began as someone underestimated, overlooked, and doubted. And that is exactly what made him dangerous. Because when you build yourself in silence, when you suffer without recognition, when you endure without applause, you create something far more powerful than muscle. You create certainty, and certainty cannot be broken. From the outside, people see size, density, and intimidation. But what they do not see is the war that built it. The mornings when his body begged him to stop, but his mind refused to listen. The nights when exhaustion whispered excuses, but he answered with discipline. The moments when progress slowed and frustration grew, but quitting was never an option. Because Nick Walker understood something that separates the average from the unstoppable. He understood that motivation fades, but discipline stays. And inside cold gyms filled with iron and silence, he forged that discipline one rep at a time, his hands gripping the bar not for comfort, but for transformation. His muscles tearing not for pain, but for growth. His mind sharpening with every challenge. Because he was not chasing approval. He was chasing evolution, and evolution does not happen overnight. It happens through thousands of decisions nobody else sees. Thousands of sacrifices nobody else understands. Thousands of moments when continuing feels impossible, but you continue anyway. And as the years passed, his physique began to change in ways that demanded attention. His shoulders grew wider, his chest thicker, his back deeper, his legs more powerful. Every part of him transforming into something undeniable, something impossible to ignore. But what made Nick different was not just how he looked. It was how he thought. He did not train with fear. He trained with purpose. He did not avoid difficulty. He embraced it, because difficulty is where identity is built. And when he finally stepped onto the professional stage of the IFBB Pro League, he did not look like someone hoping to belong. He looked like someone prepared to take over, his presence alone commanding attention, his muscle density revealing years of relentless effort, his conditioning exposing discipline that never wavered. And in a sport where only the strongest survive, he did more than survive. He rose. His breakthrough victory at the Arnold Classic was not luck. It was the result of years of preparation, years of belief, years of refusing to accept limitation. And that moment proved something powerful. It proved that belief backed by action becomes reality. But success did not make him comfortable. It made him hungrier, because true competitors are never satisfied. They are driven by the understanding that greatness is not a destination. It is a process, and that process never ends. Behind every victory was sacrifice, strict diets followed with precision, training sessions executed with intensity, recovery treated as seriously as effort, because he understood that excellence requires consistency, and consistency requires discipline, and discipline requires identity. He was no longer just someone who trained. He was someone who lived the lifestyle, someone who embodied the mindset, someone who understood that success is built daily, not occasionally. And as his reputation grew, so did the pressure. Expectations rising, critics watching, doubters waiting. But pressure does not destroy the prepared, it reveals them, and Nick Walker revealed himself through action, stepping onto bigger stages, standing next to the best physiques in the world, proving again and again that he belonged among the elite. Not because of luck, not because of hype, but because of work, relentless, unforgiving work, and his physique became known for its brutal density. His back thick with detail, his arms full with power, his legs built like pillars, his presence alone enough to command attention. But even more impressive was his mindset, because he never allowed success to slow him down. He never allowed praise to weaken his hunger. He understood that comfort is the enemy of progress, and progress is the foundation of greatness. So he continued to push, continued to evolve, continued to become stronger, not just physically, but mentally. Because mental strength is what sustains physical strength. Mental strength is what allows you to continue when everything else tells you to stop. And this is what makes his story powerful. It is not just a story of muscle. It is a story of mindset, a story of discipline, a story of transformation. It is proof that greatness is not reserved for the chosen. It is earned by the committed, earned by those willing to endure discomfort, willing to sacrifice convenience, willing to continue when quitting would be easier. And his journey sends a message to every young person chasing improvement, chasing growth, chasing their own version of greatness. That your beginning does not define your ending. Your limitations do not define your potential. Your circumstances do not define your future. Your decisions do. Your discipline does. Your consistency does. Because the body follows where the mind leads. And when the mind becomes unbreakable, the body becomes unstoppable. And that is what Nick Walker represents. The physical manifestation of relentless belief, the outcome of relentless discipline, the proof that transformation is always possible for those willing to work for it. And as long as he continues to step into the gym, continues to embrace the process, continues to refuse comfort, his story will continue to inspire those who understand that greatness is not given, it is built, one decision at a time, one sacrifice at a time, one rep at a time. And if this story awakened something inside you, if it reminded you of your own potential, if it made you realize that you are capable of more than you think, if this mindset speaks to you, stay aligned with Bulk Empire. This is where discipline stops being a phase and becomes who you are, where belief turns into daily action, and where ordinary limits get replaced by relentless standards. This isn't just a channel you watch. It's a circle you step into when you're ready to rise with the next wave of unstoppable individuals.